Alright, so this is a video I'm just sharing of fixing my Numark turntables, 1625s. These I've had for years, haven't used them as much as I should have, obviously. But what has happened during storage is that the motors became weak, or they weren't rotating normally. They would start rotating backwards for a second before they started rotating the right direction. The left one, for sure, was the worst. But let me show you what I did that corrected the problem. Very easy repair. And basically, we're going to walk through just some photos here in reverse and then kind of forward again. But here is the completed repair. You see at the top here, the brown capacitor up at the top has now been replaced. That is the only part that needs to be fixed. And I just want to show you kind of the process of what I did. This part number here, you can just order that part number. So if you go online and search MD 96506 YH01, you'll find the replacement part, which is, you can just replace that complete assembly. Or you can just replace just this capacitor, which is a 2200, I think that's microfarad, picofarad, 16 volt, UF, 2200 UF, 16 volt, and I think I got this pack of them for 10 bucks. But essentially what you're doing, this is the old one, the black one that was in there. And you can see how the vent is lifted up and there's some stuff leaking out the top. Both boards and both turntables had the same problem. I have been storing these in the attic, so maybe it was heat related. Maybe you'll have better luck. But essentially, you just take this complete board off, carefully unhook the connectors. Maybe take a photo before you do that so you get all the ground leads back in place, harness holder and all the rest of it. And this is the second one. This is the repair on the first one, and I've got a nice picture here of the board flipped over, and you can see there where you desolder it. So you basically heat up the solder on the contacts there, and then you suck the solder out. And it's kind of a skill to be able to immediately put the vacuum pump on it. But it came with my soldering iron, so it can be done. I did much better on the second board than the first one. You see the coils in the background there. Those tend to move around if the board gets really hot. So yours may have slid out of position. So just also, make sure that all your coils there are in the circles on the board, equidistant. The magnet that sits on top of that just pulls right off. So unbolt the board, pull the magnet spindle off, and then you'll see your coils there. And I actually just put some more glue on them to hold them in place, and also glued the capacitor down as well. This was the first one, and you can see this one was pretty bad. You see the goop coming out of the top of the vent on that one capacitor, which I assume is used to smooth out the rotation or the current. So we'll just kind of go back through these. There's the old one on the new board, and that was the second turntable, and part numbers, and then of course beautiful picture of the new capacitor installed right up there. Just make sure you get your polarity right. Take lots of photos. You're putting in the capacitor at the right polarity. Don't want to fry the rest of it, but what you may find is you're back to doing what you love, which is to try to get this old equipment running again to play the new music. So I was happy that they start up right on demand, and good torque on both of them. Seem pretty equal at this point. Anyway, all the best. Happy DJing.